Alright, Facebook. So, I woke up this morning and I successfully installed the 8.0 software on the car. Um, what I'm not too pleased with is it says additional enhancement for the autopilot feature, which, if you are familiar with the autopilot feature, allows you to drive without actually doing anything with the car. So it automatically steers, automatically brakes, so on and so forth. The things that it doesn't do is it doesn't stop for stop signs or traffic lights. So you do have to be mindful of that. Now, this autopilot is now saying that you have to keep your hands on the wheel, which I don't know how pleased I am with that. So we're going to see how this works out. So we're going to go ahead. Stop the car. You actually got to put the car in park and it will go again. So let's check this out.
Is it driving by itself?
No, not yet. We gotta make sure the garage closes.
Shown?
No. Alright, so
It's driving by itself now?
no.
You can tell. Good times in the
Alright, so
I know somebody could stock a something. Yeah, you're literally showing your back.
alright. Let's see here. Alright, so we're out to the main road and we're gonna engage this autopilot after. There's a ton of new features. Supposedly the streaming radio is now changed. But my most concerning thing is you bought a car with autopilot. You want it to autopilot. So here we go. It's engaged now. It's driving. As you can see, my feet are nowhere near the gas or steering wheel. Car is driving itself. It is driving at 33 miles per hour, which is kind of odd because if you look, it's supposed to be driving the speed limit. Let me disengage it for a second. Actually, let me disengage it for a second. Alright, now re-engage. Alright, here we go. So, driving by itself. Technically. Cars in front of me. What they did do is they changed the car to use the radar. Car has the radar on it instead of the camera. So the radar is now looking at the vehicle in front of me and supposed to see beyond the vehicle in front of me. So as you can see, the car is stopping. I'm not doing that. It's doing it on its own. So see the car in front of me. It has not asked me to put my hands on the steering wheel yet. let's just see how long that's gonna take.
So it could go faster.
All right, so car's moving. Not doing that. It's doing it on its own. Trying to get a better angle here. So now there's a flashing white light telling me to hold the steering wheel. So I'm gonna put my hand on the steering wheel, give it a little jerk. It went back off, and looks like it's satisfied with that.
It could go faster.
We're going 3 miles over the speed limit, so it's fine right now. No feet. No feet. I think I'm gonna post this on YouTube later. I'm gonna do more of a in-depth review on the new experience. Again, you see the hold the steering wheel light is on again. I'm gonna hold it, give it a little jerk, and then take my hand back off. But I'm assuming, given you doing this for a long ride, it's kind of gonna get annoying. It seems like every 2 minutes it asks you to put your hands back on. All right, we're gonna come to a stoplight. I'm turning, so I'm gonna put my foot on the brake and turn because I don't want it to navigate this portion. Something that he didn't talk about is it's supposed to get off the highway now. When you ask it to, it's supposed to get off the highway. Haven't tried that yet. They didn't make mention of it. I'm gonna go back into autopilot and let's check out the. We're gonna check out the automatic lane change. So this has always been a feature, but since this update 8 came out, I want to see if anything's changed. So basically, I'm just going to take my hand and pull down on the turn stalk, and it should just change lanes by itself. And it did that with no problem. I'm gonna turn the screen so you can see it a little bit better. Maybe if I have one of the girls, have one of my girls hold the camera and see if you can get more of a full focus of what's going on. So right now I'm just monitoring the vehicle to make sure it doesn't do anything I don't want it to do. A lot of people, what they don't realize is when it says autopilot, I mean, you still have to be aware. And what people have been doing is doing complete the opposite. They just totally start not paying attention, going to sleep, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, hopping in the back seat. This is all the kind of things they were doing that made Tesla change the way they do autopilot, because there's always one person take things a little bit too far. To remind you, the car does not see stoplights and it does not see stop signs. So as a person putting your car in autopilot and hopping in the back seat, you set yourself up for actually killing somebody, because it will run a stoplight and it will run a stop sign because it does not see those. It does see the speed limit sign, and it does update the speed limit as it goes, but it does not at this time see stoplights or stop signs. The only reason it's stopping at these stoplights now is because the vehicle in front of me is stopping, so it's stopping. So you have to be very aware, because if there's no vehicle in front of you, or the vehicle decides to run the light, you either have to stop the vehicle, well, you have to stop the vehicle, because you will run the light. So far, I don't know. The indications for putting your hands on the wheel is frequent, but it seems like if you give it a little jerk, then you know, it's good to go. Um, I do want to try it out on the highway, but at this time we're actually not going on the highway. We're going a different route, so I'll update Facebook and YouTube with an update on how this feature works on the highway, and also getting on the exit. But at this point, I think we're going to go ahead and sign off. And we've tested the hands on and off feature, and it seems to be more frequent, but it's not overbearing. Meaning, initially when I read the instructions, it made it sound like you had to keep your hand on the wheel the whole time, and that kind of defeats the purpose of autopilot. If I wanted to keep my hand on the wheel the whole time, I would just drive. Well, I don't want to drive. I want the car to drive. So, hence autopilot. Alright, so as you can see, there's some construction. And it's navigating the construction pretty well. I am a little bit more aware when I'm going through a construction zone, because the lines change and sometimes they're lighter. The car seems to be navigating this pretty well, even though the road is been repainted. The car is also now supposed to see with the radar if a car brakes in front of the car you're behind. So it will brake based off of the car in front of the car that you're behind, which is kind of cool, I guess. So I'm going to change lanes again. So going to turn to go to stop. The car is going to look. It's going to change lanes. Interested to see the car is now supposed to pick up bicycles and stuff like that, which before apparently it didn't. So gonna give it back to my rear camera person, so you get a wider angle view of what I'm doing and what the car is doing, in perspective to the road. Now again, one more thing I want to point out about autopilot. Excuse me. Autopilot does not follow navigation, although that, a lot of people thought, you put a destination in the navigation and the car will follow that. No, that's not the way it works. See, I have to engage the brake. No, I don't actually. I thought the car was going to go through the light. If the car would have went through the light, I would have to engage the brake because the car won't stop. But back to what I was saying, a lot of people thought, I thought when I initially got the car, that if you put in a destination, the car would follow that path. That's not the case. The navigation is there for you visually. The car follows a straight line. That's it. The car follows the lines in the road, the car in front of it. That's pretty much it. Further down the road, what Elon Musk envisions is that the car will be able to come to you wherever you are. So if you, for instance, had to take a flight and you came back in town, the car, what he envisions is, would leave your house at the time that you're supposed to be at the airport, drive to the airport, pick you up. I don't know how long in the future that is, but when that happens, you can count me in. What they're also trying to push with this car is Uber. They're trying to say that these cars are going to be driverless, and then you'll be able to just go and hire, hail the car. The car will come and pick you up, and you'll get on it like Uber. Now I'm going to go this way, so I'm going to disengage the autopilot and actually take back over driving right now. The kids been wanting me to do a little bit of boost, so I'm gonna give them a little bit of acceleration real quick, a little bit, and we're about to sign off because I'm gonna be at my destination, but I will pick back up on the highway and give an in-depth review of the software update 8.0. All right, guys, I'm out.